Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see the painting chapter for the media and processes. So painting is the practice of applying paint, pigment, color, or other medium to a solid surface. The medium is commonly applied to the base with a brush, but other implements such as knives, sponges, and airbrushes can be used. The final work is also called a painting. So painting is an important form in the visual arts, bringing in elements such as drawing, gesture, composition, narration, or abstraction. Paintings can be neutralistic and representational, photographic, abstract, narrative, symbolic, emotive, or political in nature. In art, the term painting describes both the act and the result of the action. The support for paintings include such surfaces as walls, paper, canvas, wood, glass, lacquer, pottery, leaf, copper, and concrete. And the painting may incorporate multiple other materials, including sand, clay, paper, plaster, gold leaf, as well as objects. So there are many types of paintings, but we are going to see four main painting mediums. So first one is fresco, and the second one is tempera, and the third one is oil, and the last one is acrylic. Let's see one by one. So fresco is above all a wall painting technique, and it has been used for large scale mural since ancient times. With the fresco, pigments are mixed with water and applied to a plaster support, usually a wall or ceiling coated in plaster. True fresco is paint made simply of pigment and water applied to wet lime plaster. So as the plaster dries, the lime undergoes a chemical transformation and acts as a binder, fusing the pigment with the plaster surface. The process is very complicated and it takes so long to finish one piece of work. But once the painting plays in a wall, it lasts almost forever. So that's why we can see 500 or 600 years old fresco paintings today. And they are almost the same as the original. So please watch a fresco painting process video in this page for your understanding. Looks familiar with this painting, right? So this is one of the Renaissance master Raphael's painting, The School of Athens. And it is a fresco, large wall painting in Vatican. See the creation year. It's 1510. So since it is a fresco painting, we can still see this 500 years old painting today. In this fresco painting, nearly every great Greek philosopher is present, including the two main subjects, Plato and his student, Aristotle. So located at the fresco's central vanishing point, here on the center. So that means this painting is using 1 point perspective. You just hear the answer of this painting. So some of the ancient philosophers resemble Raphael's contemporaries. So the next medium of painting is tempera. So tempera is an aqueous medium like watercolor that dries to a tough insoluble film. Its colors retain their brilliance and clarity for centuries. Technically, tempera is paint in which the vehicle is an emulsion, which is a stable mixture of an aqueous liquid with an oil, fat, wax, or resin. However, the most famous tempera vehicle is egg yolk. So please watch a video in this page to see how to use egg yolk as a vehicle in a traditional way. So egg yolk plays a role like a glue to stick pigment on the artwork surface. Tempera dries very quickly, and so colors cannot be blended easily. Once they are set down, it's really hard to revise the work. So traditionally, tempera was sewed on a wood panel support prepared with the ground of gesso, a mixture of white pigment and glue that sealed the wood and could be sanded and rubbed to a smooth ivory-like finish. And the next painting medium is oil. So oil paint consists of pigment compounded with oil. Historically, the most commonly used oils have been linseed oil, poppy seed oil, and walnut oil. Today, commercial manufacturers of artist colors often grind darker pigment with linseed oil and light pigments such as white and yellow with poppy seed oil or sunflower oil. So which do not yellow over time as a linseed oil tends to do. What all these oils have in common is that they will dry at room temperature, leaving the pigment particles suspended in a transparent film. This is Johannes Vermeer's oil painting, Girl with a Pearl Earring in 1665. Johannes Vermeer was a Dutch Baroque period painter who specialized in domestic interior scenes of middle-class life. During his life, he was a moderately successful provincial genre painter. And this is a video how to make oil paint in a traditional way. Please watch this video as in the Modern Room page. Traditional oil paints are made like this by mixing pigment and oil together with a heavy and even bottom tool, like the cone, this cone she's holding. So many masters of painting in art history love to use oil for their painting because it dries slow, so artists can easily revise their painting and a variable blend colors on the artwork surface. So let's compare oil with tempera in terms of vehicle. So oil painting and tempera painting looks almost same. They use the same color pigments, powder, and they can also paint on wood, canvas, or diverse surfaces. However, oil is much cheaper than egg yolk of tempera's vehicle, and oil is easy to get compared to the other vehicle. Also, oil paint dries slowly, so easy to blend on the work surfaces. So that's why many painters prefer to use oil vehicle for their painting. And the last painting medium we are going to see is acrylic. So have you ever used acrylic paint before? it is very convenient and a popular painting medium. So the enormous developments in chemistry during the early 20th century had an impact in artists' studio. So by the 1930s, chemists had learned to make a strong, weatherproof industrial paints using a vehicle of synthetic plastic resins. These new synthetic artist colors are broadly known as acrylics. The vehicle consists of acrylic resin um, polymerized through emulsion in water. As acrylic paint dries, the resin particle collaborates to form a tough, flexible, and waterproof film. So acrylics can mimic the effect of oil paint and watercolor by concentration of water. And many contemporary artists use acrylic because it doesn't need a special vehicle to use. It can make oil paint and watercolor effects by water's concentration. When you use a small amount of water, you can make oil paint effect. And you add enough water in the acrylic paint, then you can use it like a watercolor paint. So like this painting, the artist shows oil painting effect on the emphasis part and the watercolor effects on the subordination part by using acrylic paints. So we are going to continue to see the part 2 media and processes in the next video. Bye.